All right, welcome back to Newsline. We thank you for staying with us. We begin quickly and onto an interesting story. It's all about a remarkable young talent that is emerging in our country. And at 10 years old, the young prodigy has everyone talking about her unique skills and brilliance. Now, this is not just about a story about a gifted writer. It's indeed a celebration of extraordinary potential of our children. Momso Damian Tati has the details for Newsline.
The FCT Social Development Secretariat comes alive with children and guests trooping in. The center of attraction here is 10-year-old Ashezi Akwashiki, who is launching her first book titled Unlocking Dreams.
Dreams do come true. What you want to do will happen. What you want to happen will happen. I feel very happy. I feel very fulfilled.
The 46-page book tells the story of two brave girls, Ladi and Anaya, who despite stereotypes and challenges in the community, overcame all odds to realize their dreams and attain their goals.
I want to write children's novels, and maybe not all of them will be about the girl child.
It is a little girl who had love in her heart. Because if she didn't have the love in her heart, she wouldn't have bothered about one little girl that was selling granuts by her gate.
She had always loved reading. I remember when she was probably around 1, she wouldn't go to bed unless you read her a book.
Indeed, a reflection of the power of education in empowering the girl child.
Since she was 7, she had always wanted to start a book club. We decided that why don't we start somewhere, with children who really need this. And that was how we started a book club at the IDP camp at Kuchingoro.
Who help people to understand how to...
It wasn't just about having a book club, but most of these children were also having difficulty paying their school fees and all of that. So we actually had to start that intervention as well of helping the children to stay back in school because they needed to be in school to even be a member of the book club. This time, we were able to pay school fees for 335 children.
At this tender age, what would have inspired this young girl to put such thoughts on paper?
A child who has command, who is very enthusiastic about learning. She's very imaginative and creative about stories.
She's a really nice friend and she was always supportive because she always loved writing in class. She wrote really creative stories.
She has an attitude of someone who wants to do things and does them.
To groom more talents like Ashezi, parents must play their role.
Every child has a talent. Please, when you identify that talent, build on it, nurture it.
I quite agree with you, and that is just a powerful reminder that the potential within our children is limitless. And of course, with the appropriate support and encouragement, dreams can indeed come true. Let's also take you to another extraordinary story. Now, from a humble home in Zaria, Kaduna State, Abdul Hakim Ismail Rufai has created an incredible invention to generate solar energy now, and he's using nothing more than a compact disc, the one that we know as CD plate. I don't know how many people know CD plate now, but that's what he used. And Suraj Abdullahi went in search of this young innovator whose invention went viral on the social media. Was Suraj able to find him? Let's watch and see.
Originally, compact disc, popularly known as CD plate, is a digital optical data storage format that was developed to store and play digital audio and video recordings. Now that CD is phasing out, no one thought it could be used for any other purposes, particularly to generate solar energy. But Abdulhakim Ismail Rufai, a 13-year-old boy from Zaria, is devoted to developing a solar panels that could give power energy using compact discs. The young prodigy disclosed that the idea was conceived from his classroom when their teacher taught them on sound and reflection.
The thing that come in my mind, my teacher told me that if you put CD plate on light sun, he take a hot, and this foil paper, he work like a wire. Then I think my own how to create solar panel.
After 2 months of deep thought, the inventor had somewhere to start from.
Wallahi abin yana da ban mamaki.
To my greatest surprise, he met me and asked if I have CD plate that he will construct solar.
Ce ai zai hada solar ne, ce solar.
Then I go and buy this aluminium foil paper and put it on this cardboard. Before I put the CDs and all that I put on this, I put a gum under the CD. Then I put it on the angle because I don't want if I put this one to touch this foil paper.
To know how he appears in school, NTA visited government secondary school Rimindoko in Zaria Metropolis, where Abdullah Kim gave further insight into his project, while the school management says the ingenuity of the student excites them.
I'm right now with Abdullah Kim, who invented a solar panel using CD plate.
And if you put it on meter, you see how the voltage are. Me, that I put it, I see he came 50 to 60 volts, and he can't take a bulb because of there is no IC.
We really appreciate the gesture for the students. It proves that the teachers and the students they are doing well. It proves that the government are investing a lot in education. This is the result.
The dream of Abdullah Kim, like all other patriotic citizens, was to see Nigeria advances technologically.
I want government to encourage me. I want to make many things. I want my country to go up. Many countries, they have development. If you see a boy make something, they encourage him to make many things.
With the giant stride of young inventor like Abdullah Kim and the likes of him, the drive of government towards technological advancement will be boosted and social well-being of Nigerians is guaranteed.
Very ingenious indeed, and I do know that CD, this do not generate, electricity just directly from the sun itself, except of course you support with some form of cells. But that was ingenious of that young man, and we thank Surat for finding him. Let's move on now to Lagos, where Capitan Offshore Support Group PLC has been at the forefront of supporting government at all levels, and that's towards achieving significant milestone in the area of infrastructural development. Now, Capitan Marine Limited, for instance, manufactures world-class commercial ferries that provide reliable and safe transportation for Nigerians and indeed beyond the African continent. And this is very evident with the recent commissioning of 40 state-of-the-art passenger ferries, and it's tagged Omnibus by the Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, to decongest Lagos roads and save wasted man hours. And our correspondent, Vintage Amaka Owo, who was part of a boat trip, reports that commuters can now heave a breath of relief with a turnaround in the transportation sector.
Commissioning of these ferries by Governor of Lagos State is indeed a game changer in line with the transport policy which aims to boost water transportation in the state. The governor, who was led by the leadership of Capitan Offshore Group PLC through a guided tour of the Expand Boat Yard, says Capitan Offshore Support Group PLC continues to transform the manufacturing landscape of Nigeria through the construction of world-class ferry boats, which assisted the state in actualizing its set objective of revitalizing water transportation.
You don't need to keep it unwell. You don't need to keep it dirty. Please ensure that we keep it clean and safe.
These unique modern boats are equipped with revolutionary technology to ensure all commuter safety.
For the leadership of Keverton Offshore Support Group, these boats, designed and developed by the company, are proudly made in Nigeria, with required certification, which symbolizes the company's determination to guarantee quality, safety, and innovation in line with global standards.
One of the things that we do with our boats is we have to undergo what you call pressure testing or stress testing. So basically, we laminate the boats by specification, and then it's sent to a lab, and then tested, and then stress test until it sort of fractures.
What we do in Keverton Marine is to produce boats that would take passengers from various points in the state and that will deliver them to where they are going without a lot of hassle. The safety is our priority.
A 30-minute boat ride on newly commissioned boats from Badore Axis to Falomo with the governor and other dignitaries is an indication that the days of agony on roads due to traffic congestion are over, thanks to Keverton Marine Limited, a subsidiary of the group, for providing integrated transport infrastructure. Established in 1999, Keverton Marine Limited is one of Nigeria's rapidly advancing indigenous service providers in marine special transportation services.
Fantastic. And we're not done with Keverton yet, because the Aviation Training Center, which is Nigeria's premier advanced aviation training center that offers full range of helicopter training on its state-of-the-art AW109 simulator. Now, that training center is also the first in Africa to fully own the latest AW139 full-flight simulator Level D. And that's with Reality H graphics. Now, that's one of the latest aviation infrastructures in the whole world. And the Minister of State for Defense, Dr. Bello Matoali, visited this world-class aviation facility in Lagos. And again, Amaka Owo was there to tell us all about it on Newsline.
On arrival, the Minister of State for Defense was received by the leadership of the Keverton Group, where a brief presentation was made. The minister had a tour of the world-standard aircraft maintenance hangar, engineering workshops, bonded stores under the Maintenance, Repair and Overhaul Department. He also visited the Keverton Aviation Training Center, where demonstrations of various flight simulator training devices were made.
For indigenous company to own this facility, Keverton will be a hub for aviation industry and other industry, because if you look at what they have done, it shows that yes, Nigeria, we can be able to do things on our own. We don't need to be going abroad purchasing such kind of equipment while we have them here.
Before now, the aviation space was dominated by foreign majors, but the entry of Keverton Group into the aviation industry has turned the narrative around, thereby reducing the ratio of expatriates to Nigerian pilots in the nation's aviation industry.
They will get a first-class service, certified by both the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority and the European Safety Agency. They don't have to go out. It will bring a lot of savings, both to the companies and also to the nation as a whole.
The Keverton Aviation Training Center has trained over 150 pilots and engineers practicing in different countries of the world. Keverton Group comprises Keverton Marine, Keverton Helicopters, Keverton MRO, and Keverton Training.
Thank you, Amaka Owo, and thank you, Keverton, for all you do. But let's change the gear now. And 25 years would seem like a day for the couple in our next story. So what happened to them is testament to the power of perseverance, hope, faith, and above all, enduring spirit of love. Now, for the past 25 years, Mr. and, of course, Mrs. in our next story, I want to keep that secret, held on to their dreams of becoming parents, now enduring countless challenges, doubts, and I'm sure, you know what, they may also have been written off. But faith never wins, and today they're celebrating not just 1, 2, or 3, but 4 beautiful blessings. And Momso Damien Tati brings us this heartwarming and inspiring story.
On hearing the gist, Newsline crew set out on a long drive to Karshi, a suburb of Abuja, to ascertain the story.
Welcome, ma. Good evening, sir.
Here we are at the residence of Master Warrant Officer Ada Israel Owecho, who came out excitedly to receive us. 25 years ago, when young Israel and Helen fell in love and got married, little did they know that their love and patience would be tested for 2.5 decades.
Thinking maybe that month or the next month I will conceive. But all to no avail. We tried. We went to several hospitals seeking for help. We spent money.
At a point, we became disappointed, became frustrated, we became depressed. But he told me that there's nothing we could do, we should look unto God.
Finally, the waiting paid off.
I was feeling funny. I went to hospital. They conducted the tests. And the nurse told me that, congratulations, I'm pregnant. I couldn't believe. I started crying. Every morning I would go and stand by my mirror. I'll be looking at my tummy.
I'm going to be very, very emotional. Because God has taken away the reproach one, and God has also proven himself. Esther, Destiny, Oyale. Number 2 is Elizabeth, Testimony, Onyemowo. Number 3 is the male, Mr. Daniel Owojobe Stanley. The 4th person is Esperanza Miracle Ochanya.
You all know how the waiting can be in the African context, right?
There is always this problem of going to take another wife, but I want to thank God for one thing. It has not also crossed my mind. My wife said that we should go for adoption, but I am not comfortable with adoption.
Going up and down. 25 years, I've never one day conceived since I got married. I had 3 failed IVF. I want to encourage all the couples, at the right time, God will visit them.
4 at a go. What does this imply?
If this one wake, before you attend to her, another one wake like that. So we don't sleep at night.
There is nothing like for the past 6 weeks. That's just the truth. You see this, my mother-in-law, as old as she is, doesn't sleep in the night. Sister-in-law, nobody sleeps in the night.
To properly take care of the 4, Helen's mother and sister have to temporarily relocate to the house.
He said, I think I am looking for grandchildren. I said, yes. He said, they are coming more. Sleep will not be anything again. In the afternoon, when they sleep, small, they sleep. If they no sleep, we go there. From morning to night.
You know it's not easy. That you have other siblings and only you, the whole family, for 25 good years.
Will Helen want to have more children?
I will. If God gives me, I will.
I don't think I'm going to be part of that.
At 6 weeks and growing so fast, feeding is already becoming a challenge.
That advice was even from the doctor. It will be difficult to breastfeed 4. They take a carton of milk in 12 days. One tin is 7,000, and they take 12 in the week.
But the father of the quadruplets, Israel Ada, having barely 3 months to retire from service, support will be needed to help these children grow to fulfill their destinies.
I'll be 35 by August 4th, 2024.
So this is a retiree father?
Yes.
Very interesting. Congratulations. Did you hear that? The woman wants more children, but the man doesn't want to be part of it. So what is the problem? Is it the money or the cries or, well, who knows? What all I can say is that, as they always say, what God cannot do does not exist. You're watching Newsline tonight. Let's go for a short break. When we come back, we have more interesting and inspiring stories for you. Welcome back to Newsline. If you've just joined us, thank you for tuning in. So let's take you on a fascinating mental pilgrimage to Mecca, where Nigerian pilgrims are on a quest to find a taste of home in the bustling markets of this holy city. In our next report, or in this forthcoming report, correspondent Jamilu Ibrahim explores the vibrant search for a local Nigerian food market where the rich flavors and beloved dishes of Nigeria bridges cultures and connects communities, thousands of miles from home.
The annual Hajj exercise in Saudi Arabia draws people from different ethnic backgrounds and cultures across the globe to coexist irrespective of their differences. Relevant authorities, including Nigerian, mostly make deliberate efforts to make the pilgrims feel at home, especially in the area of feeding through the provision of dishes that look and taste close to their local food. Street food vendors, largely immigrants, do also complement this effort as they provide almost all the local dishes the pilgrims are used to.
This is Maizogale area along the popular Premier Hotel in the holy city of Mecca. If you come to this area, you may think you are in one of the Hausa areas in the northern part of the country, because it is largely dominated by Hausa and Fulani people, mostly from Nigeria and the Niger Republic. And the pilgrims from these two countries normally come here in their large number as they get the local food they want.
I'm here because it is here that I normally get what I want from Nigeria. Somebody described the place for me when I came that I should come here.
The food that we get for our state, it really is good, but it's not the food that we know earlier. That's why we used to come here and buy this Hausa food, or let's say local food. Alhamdulillah.
We thank God for this opportunity. We are comfortable indeed. Prices of the local dishes range from 5 to 10 reals, equivalent to 2 to 4,000 naira. Now, one of the pertinent questions is that how do these vendors get the vital ingredients to prepare the local meals? Yes, some of the ingredients are available here, while we get others from Nigeria, especially the seasoning and spices. No people in Saudi Arabia do not farm, so we get millet mostly from Sudan and Yemen. All the tools we need to process the millet are, however, available here. Apart from offering the local food that makes the pilgrims comfortable, the mini market also serves as a forum for interaction between them and the Nigerians residing in the kingdom.
And as I came, I even see most people that I know. Even one of my Islamic preacher, I met with him here yesterday, and I'm very happy as I came here.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian authorities keep on warning pilgrims against patronizing street eateries to guard against any possible health implications. This, however, does little to stop the pilgrims from patronizing the street food vendors as they feel at home with cuisines offered by them.
Honestly, you would think that you were in either Balogun or even Broad Street in Lagos, or even somewhere in Obalinde. That's where you find, of course, local, delicacies from northern part of the country. But thank you for bringing us that from the holy city of Mecca. So let's move on now from the farm to the table. Food is a vibrant unifier of flavors, and you just seen that, from diverse cultures. So participants at the 4th edition of Gastronomy Festival, which featured foodies and chefs from Africa, celebrated feasts that not only delights the palate, but also celebrates the rich multicultural heritage of our African community. And my colleague Elizabeth Amoruyo reports that NTA's Director General Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos was represented by the Director of News, NTA International, Sarah Sander.
You could call it a convergence of flavors from the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, with different spices and savories. The beauty of gastronomy, the art of selecting, preparing and enjoying good food, grounded between cultures and traditions. One of the biggest Nigerian food beverage exhibitions and sampling events embraces the uniqueness of diverse local and continental cuisines.
This is to show the world that not
Northeast too have different kind of delicacies that people can explore.
From Oyo State, we have Ekuru, we have Edwanewa, then we have our popular Mala with Begiri.
Celebrated chef from Madrid, Spain, Alex Marugan, was part of guests and chefs who appraised dishes.
Gastronomy can be a tool for international dialogue.
I think it's one of the most important things in the countries to share culture.
This is just the best opportunity for us to exhibit to the world what we have.
It's aimed at calling the attention of people to know what they eat. It has to do with responsible eating. It has to do with sustainable food production.
Our food has to be exported, and that's exactly why this festival is being held. And you can see the media participation. NTA is here, and with our reach, we're helping to showcase everything that Nigeria has to offer.
Aside the chewing, gulping and slopping, a cake decoration competition was the side attraction at the festival. In commemoration of the festival, an award and dinner held where individuals who have contributed to the advancement of hospitality and tourism in Nigeria were recognized.
They should be dedicated, they should be resilient.
I want to appreciate my teammates who went out and competed. They worked and their victory was worth it.
The organizer and key actors in the tourism sector say the festival remains a tool to bridging gaps in culinary arts.
Oh, I missed. I would have had some good amala and begiri, and of course, kuka. Anyway, I will miss that opportunity next time. So, Asta Communications has been at the forefront of fostering sustainable relationships and connecting organizations for over 2 decades. Somebody is saying, I like food. Yes, I like food. Anyway, let's back to Astra. Astra recognizes unique contributions of their clients and partners in corporate social responsibility. And the Nigerian Television Authority was recognized for excellence and outstanding contributions to society during the 2024 CSR exhibition and awards. Amaka Owo will tell us the rest of the story.
These cross-sections of public relations professionals recite the newly approved national anthem to foster patriotism. In public relations, strategy remains the cornerstone. Leveraging this, A&A Communications over the years carved a niche for itself through desired impact. The Corporate Social Responsibility Initiative of the Nigerian Television Authority through the years was also highlighted at the event by the convener and founder, A&A Communications, Yeye Agnes Shobajo.
NTA has been the father of all when it gets to the relationship with people. When we're talking about corporate social responsibility, you have many people call what they do now sustainability.
Various categories of awards were also presented to stakeholders and partners for their unique contributions in the aspect of CSR, commerce and industry, and other areas of national development.
Sustainability should be considered as in line with the triple bottom line that concerns people, the planet, and profit.
For us, like government agencies, we cannot say we will donate money as a corporate social responsibility or contribute something like that, but we can use our areas of core competencies where we can impact on the society.
And so when you add that aspect of public relations, which is social, corporate social responsibility, it therefore endears you, brings you closer to the people you are dealing with.
We have just launched the Blue Rail line that is helping over 600,000 Lagosians commute daily to and fro from work.
Then I think we should all make a contribution towards the development
of society and its sustainability.
Special recognition was given to other partners who support persons with special needs and children.
Remarkable people, and I feel like it is important to actually support them.
The 2024 theme for the PR Forum is Boosting Sustainability, Social Impact and Return on Investment.
All right, and our journey has only begun. Don't go away. We'll be right back after these commercials. All right, welcome back and to Kano now. Amidst splendor and elegance, the presence of families and esteemed guests, including NTA's Executive Director of Finance, Abdullahi Ismaila Ahmed, added an aura of prestige and honor to the wedding ceremony of Sani Yusuf Hanga, that was the General Manager, NTA Kano, and Hafsat Uba Abubakar. Aminu Umar reports that the ceremony held at the Sheikh Ishaq Rabiu Mosque left memories for a lifetime.
Roll call of staff of the NTA. They were at Sheikh Ishaq Rabiu Jumat Mosque in Goron Dutse of the ancient city of Kano. Their presence was to rejoice with one of their own, the General Manager NTA Kano, Sani Yusuf Hanga, who tied matrimonial knots with Hafsat Uba Abubakar before family, friends, and well-wishers. The Chief Imam Abdullahi Mudi Salga, upon payment of 150,000 naira as bride price through the representative of the groom, Mukhtar Yusuf Hanga, declared the couple as husband and wife.
So they know what the institution of marriage is, and I'm sure that they will understand each other, and they will be the best couple of the year, inshallah.
Sani have been married for almost 20 to 22 years now. The only thing I can advise him with is to exercise more patience.
I believe he knows all what it is in the marriage. So I wish him the very best.
The wedding was followed by a reception at the premises of NTA Kano, where guests celebrated the union.
They fulfill half of their religion. They should be patient with each other. They should trust each other. They should know that whatever they do, they are now together. Therefore, they should be patient, and patient.
He has to understand his wife. He has to show love, affection, and then they always have to come together when it comes to taking a decision.
Let him continue to be prayerful, continue to exhibit the love, tolerate one another, then the family will move smoothly, inshallah.
At the home front was also the array of NTA staff who were there to show solidarity to the General Manager, Sani Yusuf Hanga, with the couple's love and happiness looking so glaring.
She should be the best cook. Her house should always be very, very clean, smelling nice. She should be welcoming to her husband's friends, the husband's relative.
Although in a typical character of a Hausa wife, the bride was so shy to speak to NTA. The GM appreciated all those that identify with him at this joyous moment.
My word cannot express how happy I am today. So Alhamdulillah, I'm happy and I'm grateful, and I thank everybody that attended my wedding.
All right, let's delve into the heartwarming moments and vibrant traditions that make, of course, the wedding of the identical twins, son of former Governor of Zamfara State, Aliyu Mohammed Shankafi, and Hadija Jafar Lawal. Truly unforgettable event. Now, Takwa Labi witnessed the beginning of the two beautiful journeys, intertwined by faith and celebrated with love.
It was a Friday, a sacred day for Muslims to worship and supplicate to Allah, and things fell in pleasant places for Aliyu and Khadija, as both were pronounced husband and wife after meeting every requirement as sanctioned by Islam in the midst of hundreds of witnesses. Wedding guests and other personalities were later treated to light refreshments as special guardians, and directions on how to nurture and grow a new marriage to maturity were offered.
Marriage should be taken as a devotion, something that is done for the sake of God subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the only way where everybody can take care of each other accordingly.
They should be in peace, and we have to establish a good relationship.
Well, the secret is being patient, loving each other, and caring.
Because once you are patient with one another, definitely you will enjoy your living.
Whatever happened between them, they should try to live it within themselves. They shouldn't allow a third party into their home.
I wish them a happy marriage life. Marriage is about tolerance, endurance.
Dr. Mahmoud Shinkafi is a very close friend and my Oga. I work with him. We were together since school. So I feel very happy and honored to be part of the occasion.
Oh, this is a very good day for us and for the family. I'm on the boat family. So I want to advise the couple to be tolerant, to be caring.
They should try to understand themselves. Let them keep the legacies of their homes.
She should make sure they are friends with her husband. As long as they are friends, nothing can go wrong.
Marriage is all about being patient, having understanding.
To be each other's support, to be mates in every ramification. Love mates, play mates, dream mates. They should just be together, they should stick together.
Aliyu and his heartthrob, Khadija, it is a moment of completing their faith to herald a better family.
Quite overwhelming. It's a new experience, it's a good feeling. Alhamdulillah, I got married to the love of my life. She is an amazing woman, alhamdulillah. She has a lot of good qualities which attracted me to her.
All I have to say is alhamdulillah, that's all.
Khadija is one of a kind. She's down to earth.
As the journey begins, countdown for another cycle of life starts, where scores hope to assemble soon and be witnesses to the additional title of parents.
Well, what can we say about marriage? Some liken it to the weather. Sometimes the weather is cloudy, at other times it's sunny, at other times, the weather is unpredictable. So you really cannot predict marriage. But to all the married couples, we wish you the best of your union. This is time for another break. Newsline will return presently. Don't go away. All right, welcome back. And last week, Newsline reported an incident involving a Nigerian woman, Vivian Ocheze Munachi, allegedly pushed to death by a Chinese staff from the crane. She operates for a Chinese company, Inner Galaxy Steel in Okwa in Abia State. Now, we have an update on that incident, and that is that the Federal Ministry of Labor has set justice in motion by sealing off the company. Our correspondent, Ikechukwu Ndukwe, reports.
20th of May 2024 will remain evergreen among staffers of Inner Galaxy Steel Company Limited, producers of building iron sheets. Young woman in her prime was allegedly pushed down from the crane she operates at her working place by a Chinese co-operator, generating outrage from leaders in Okwa area of Abia State and the general public. Now, the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment has sealed off the company for unfair labor practices pending resolutions.
In line with Section 38 of the Factories Act, and by the power conferred on me under that act, this place is hereby prohibited from operations till full compliance with the Factories Act and other extant labor laws are met.
And what actually happened in this place was an accident that involved life. We are here to carry a directive from the Honorable Minister of Labor and Employment.
The company management is to meet with the Minister of Labor and other stakeholders before operations begins again. The Chinese suspect is said to be under investigation by the Nigeria Police Force, Abia State Command.
And in our next story, he lived for a century and reigned for more than half of his lifetime. Now, recently, the whole community in Asaba, Delta State, went numb from shock. His Royal Majesty, Professor Chike Joseph Edozie, the 13th Asaba of Asaba, had joined his ancestors at the ripe age of 100 years. Now, the emotions expressed at the memorial mass held in his honor paints a vivid picture of a leader whose century-long legacy will forever be etched in the hearts of his people. Our correspondent, Tessie Coker, reports that the funeral ceremony was intertwined with history and very rich traditional heritage.
Asaba, located at the western bank of the River Niger in Oshimili South local government area, is a traditional seat of power of the Asagba of Asaba, Professor Chike Edozie. This palace is where he reigned for 34 years until his passing was officially announced on the 13th of February 2024. To celebrate the iconic monarch, the 3 days event saw the former president of Nigeria, General Olusegun Obasanjo, among other dignitaries in a night of tributes.
And I believe that this is an occasion to celebrate life. And Asaba's life is worth celebrating.
At the memorial mass, Asaba again played host to dignitaries from all parts of Nigeria. At the St. Patrick's Catholic Church, where family members, joined by traditional rulers, religious leaders, political giants, friends, and well-wishers who came to pay their last respect to this renowned professor of medicine.
Our Asaba was washed clean in the waters of baptism and nourished with the Eucharist. He received a lot of blessings while he lived.
President Tinubu, who was represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, described the late monarch as an accomplished traditional ruler.
Asaba was a man of monumental achievements to serve our country and his ancient Asaba kingdom with purpose.
The late monarch was a very peaceful royal father.
With his experience, knowledge, and intellectual capacity, he helped shape the progress of the state.
He truly was a man who was committed to the cause of peace.
Somebody who worked for the peace, not just peace of Asaba, Delta, but the whole Nigeria.
He was a man, an all-rounder, and we had a lot of respect for him.
He led with the fear of God, with a lot of wisdom.
This is how we should all live our lives, so that when we pass away, we will be celebrated.
The Asagba of Asaba was known as a father to all, but undoubtedly, his immediate family will miss him the most.
All 5 Igbos of Asaba have given us tremendous support, goodwill, and love.
I'm going to miss seeking his advice.
The traditional heritage of the Anioma culture was showcased as sons and daughters of the Aniomas gaily dressed in white aquacha, which is the color of the day. A music fiesta climaxed the 3 days event. His Royal Majesty, Professor Chike Edozie, was Nigeria's 4th and oldest professor. He was the first indigenous dean of the Faculty of Medicine of the University College Ibadan, now University of Ibadan. Though His Royal Majesty has passed on, he will certainly not be forgotten by his subjects, the Anioma people, Deltans, and indeed Nigeria at large.
And that's Newsline for you tonight. We thank you so much, and to our incredible Newsline crew, we say thank you, and of course to you for tuning in. Until next week, Sunday, please stay curious and stay informed. I am Claire Adelabu Abdurrazak, signing out. Good night.